Prince Albert Raider and San Jose Sharks prospect Max Heise joins to discuss his hot start to his WHL career.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker at the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL. I want to thank you for making Locked On Sharks your first listen. Proudly part of the Locked On Network, we cover your team every day. If you want to be an everydayer, all you have to do is just follow along wherever you get podcasts. Of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. And San Jose Sharks prospect and 2025 draft pick Max Heise joins, where we're going to kind of discuss his path in hockey, talk about being an overager and kind of going through that draft process a second time. His, outstanding start to his WHL career with the Prince Albert Raiders. And then, of course, dumb questions like socks and skates and all that fun stuff as well. So before we get to all that, do want to let you guys know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com and win $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. And now we are joined by Prince Albert Raiders and San Jose Sharks forward prospect Max Heise. How's it going, buddy?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. Appreciate you taking some time to come out and talk with me here. I know those WHL schedules can be really fun, but I want to have you on to kind of get to know you. You're off to a pretty good start with Prince Albert here. But before we kind of get to that, as I ask everybody, when did you realize like hockey could be a thing for you, and not just like I love playing hockey, but like an actual career here?
Yeah, I think I fell in love with it when I was really young. My dad played high level and was drafted to the Jets, and then had some injury troubles after that. So, I was introduced to that and kind of wanted to follow in his footsteps. And right kind of when I had a good year with Penticton my first year, and started talking to schools and committed to Michigan State. I knew that was, it was a reality kind of, and just wanted to live out my dream.
Other than your dad, of course, probably being your favorite player, who was your favorite player growing up? Which guy did you kind of gravitate towards?
I loved Crosby and also John Tavares. When he was on the Islanders and now in Toronto. I think they're just both great leaders and great humans.
Yeah, Crosby's the number one pick for a lot of guys. You're right. Yeah, Crosby. It's funny, watching Crosby, like I didn't like him when he was younger, and then like now that he's like older and kind of like the ambassador of the league, I much better appreciation of him. Also, he did beat the Sharks too in the Stanley Cup, so it's but yeah, Crosby though, like he's once in a generation type of player, like both on and off the ice.
Yeah, 100%.
Who do you like model your game after? I've watched a couple of your games here. You seem very take it as a compliment, like a no nonsense. I'm straightforward. This is how I'm going to play. Is that kind of like your style of game and who you try to model it after?
Yeah, definitely. I like to kind of keep it simple. I think I'm kind of like to model my game after Matt Boldy. He's a big rangy center that, likes the puck, skates well, and also plays a pretty simple game. So I think he's a guy that, I love watching.
Yeah, you could definitely see the kind of the similarities, like you said. Watching a couple of your games here, you're really good at finding that like quiet ice. That's kind of one of my favorite things watching you. Just like you hang around, you just kind of slip out, and then you find that quiet ice for your teammates to get you that nice one timer.
Yeah, no, it's I can't. My teammates are great. My line mates have been great, so they make it easy for me.
There you go. That's that A coming in on the jersey right there. Yes. All right. What has been your favorite moment, like on ice moment for you in your career so far?
Honestly, I think going back to my U18 days, our team went to nationals, and that was we won the championship, and that was really cool. I was with the Northwest Flames at the time, and we had a really fun team, a really close group, and we were kind of the underdogs that year. So it was cool to go that far, and obviously win a championship is pretty special.
So you're passed over the 2024 draft. Of course, you got drafted in 2025 draft. In that 2024 draft, were you kind of expecting to get drafted? Were you, of course, I assume you were disappointed. Kind of what was your feeling going into it and coming out of that draft?
Honestly, like I had some interviews, but I
Mhm.
wasn't expecting to go. But I knew that there was another chance the following year, so kind of little bit of fire under my belt, and I it was a goal of mine to get drafted the second year. So I'm really excited that opportunity has happened, and so is my family.
I mean, the Sharks have had some recent success with overagers, right? Ethan Cardwell, who's in the organization, like just missed the cuts this year, overager in the 2021 draft. Eric Polkamp, who they drafted in the 2023 draft, has been tearing it up at Denver. Looks to be a dude like just because they skipped you the first year doesn't mean like the second year the things still can't work out for you. So
Yeah, exactly.
yes. Of course, you were drafted in the 2025 draft. Did you have any thoughts of that you might be drafted? Like, what teams did you talk to kind of heading into this cycle?
I talked to about 15 teams. San Jose I had, good conversation with all year. I wasn't expecting to go this year. I knew that there was a chance, and I had good talks with teams, but there's some teams that you're more, you think it's going to happen, and their pick comes up and you're like, this could be the one.
Mhm.
And honestly, I never really thought that about San Jose, so it was pretty cool that I had the opportunity to be a Shark.
I know this year's draft is a little bit different. They didn't invite as many people and stuff like that. So, kind of after you get drafted, right? You do the phone call. You got the media, the Zoom meeting with all the media and everything like that. Like, when does it hit you that like it actually went like this actually happened?
Honestly, it was kind of after I got back from development camp. It's it's such a quick turnaround, and you're flying out the next day, and then you're all of a sudden you're in San Jose, and you have the gear and the uniform on. So it's pretty cool. When I got back, I kind of laid back, hung out with friends and family, and just kind of took it all in, and that's kind of when it settled in.
Yeah. So you mentioned development camp. What was that like? Kind of just going through that whole process. Who did you room with?
In development camp, I roomed with Richard Gallant.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was awesome. We were up in the Valencia hotel, so that was pretty nice. We were in Santana Row, so had some good dinners, got to know the guys, and yeah, it was great.
How about the on ice, like working with, you have Jumbo Joe Thornton, who's going to the Hall of Fame this year. You have Patrick Marleau. Like those two guys have their banners literally up in the arena. Some of the other guys, like just working with some of these guys like every day. What's that process like?
Yeah, I mean that part was pretty cool. I remember standing in front of the net, and Jumbo Joe's, you're tipping pucks from him shooting at it, and you're like, well, this is pretty cool. So, it's obviously like Mike Ricci, Marleau, those guys they're always talking to you. They're trying to help you out there. So, you're kind of mind blown and a little bit starstruck, but then that they're just helping you out, and you just want to get to work.
All right, before we continue with Max, when we talk about his hot start to his WHL career, just need to take a quick break. The NFL season is here, and FanDuel is an offer you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right, pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Great thing about FanDuel is they have so many different ways to play. You can do parlays if you think a series of things are going to happen. You can do player props. So if you think a player is going to go off, RAP Darren Waller touchdowns, or if you want to jump in the live lines during the games. If you had the Broncos coming back to win, you probably are going to have yourself a pretty good week this week. So it makes watching football even more exciting when you got a little something extra riding on the game. And whether you're a casual fan or love diving into the stats, FanDuel makes the game day experience that much better. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and to get started. Let's be real, making excuses doesn't solve anything. We've all heard them before. It's just stress, I'm tired, or it happens to everyone sometimes. When it comes to performance, sometimes your body just needs a little extra support. That's where Rougiette comes in. Rougiette.com offers fast-acting, doctor-prescribed treatments for ED designed to help you stop making excuses and start making moves. Rougiette makes it easy to get started. You just connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online. No awkward waiting rooms, no in-person appointments. If prescribed, the treatments will ship directly to your door in its discreet packaging. The process is fast, simple, and private. It's all handled by real doctors. Visit Rougiette, RUGIET.com/LockedOnNHL to get 15% off your first order. That's Rougiette, RUGIET.com/LockedOnNHL. And don't forget to use our code LockedOnNHL so they know that we sent to you. Rougiette, stop making excuses and start making moves. Michael Bisa, the second overall pick. What's it like kind of playing with him? You know, like this kid who's an exceptional status kid. Like he's had this you know, a lot of kind of fame and everything that's gone with it, and like kind of just playing with him and playing with a guy of that skill.
Yeah, I mean he's a stud. He's going to be a player in the NHL for a long time, and it was nice to get to know him over development camp and main camp. He's a great guy off the ice, and super humble. So he's he's unreal hockey player, but also a great guy.
All right. Because of the new rules, it allows guys like you to kind of have a little bit more freedom with your path to hockey right now, right? You played in the BCHL the past 2 years. You're kind of making a pit stop in the WHL before going to Michigan State. What does that mean for not only for yourself, but for other guys, just kind of having this more freedom to kind of choose your path here?
Yeah, I mean it's crazy kind of. I mean, I never thought that I would be in the CHL. I thought I'd be another year in Penticton because that's where I was the past 2 years, and then this whole rule change happened, and I think it's great. It's a great stepping stone for my development and other guys' development, and I think it's just going to make that NCAA hockey stronger and hockey all around stronger.
Penticton. Did they join first or did you join first? Because it's got to be a little weird. Be like, didn't I just leave you and now they're in the WHL? Like it's a little weird.
It kind of all happened. So the rule change happened, and I wasn't really sure what my plan was yet. Prince Albert had my rights, and obviously I was still playing in Penticton, and then found out that they were also joining the league after we were in the third round against Brooks. And it kind of all was, getting announced, and you're like, holy, like I'm going to be playing against you guys next year. Like this is pretty crazy, but no, it was a crazy time. They're a great organization. They have all the tools there to be a Western League team, and obviously the coaching staff there is great.
What's the biggest difference so far between playing the WHL? I know you've only played a handful of games and playing in the BCHL.
Yeah, I think that in the BCHL there's 7 20-year-olds a team. So it's heavier, it's a bit older. Here it's a lot more, creative and skilled, and a lot more plays off the rush, which, it's really fun. I think it'll help develop my offensive game a bit. And, it's nice seeing younger guys and being around guys, like we have Brock Cripps on our team and Daxon Rudolph, and, those guys are going to be studs in a few years. So it's cool to be around high-end guys like that.
And then so you're going to be kind of get that best of both worlds as you go to college, right? Getting that played in the BCHL where you've played against some older kids, but then again the skill of the WHL. Like you mentioned with your development here, when you go to Michigan State, you feel like you're going to be kind of put into a position to succeed here?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think it's a good path for me, and I'm really excited to be a Spartan and go there and develop as best I can.
Michigan State, when you kind of were choosing colleges and kind of decided to go that route, did you have any other schools that you looked at, or like why Michigan State?
Yeah, I toured. I used all 5 visits at the time. You were only allowed 5. I used all of them, and Michigan State was my last one. And honestly, I walked in there and I looked at my dad and I said, "Holy, like this is this is insane." And he said the same thing. Just not like the hockey rink's crazy, but the campus and that part's all pretty cool. And then obviously the coaching staff is unbelievable there. Nightingale and Townsend and DeMichael, they're great. They're great humans, and they really care about you as hockey players. So besides the unreal facilities and how you get treated, that was probably the most important thing for me.
Back to Prince Albert. You guys kind of look like a wagon to start the season. Like, how good is this team?
Yeah, I mean we've had a hot start. It's been really fun. We're 6-0-1 right now, so we got 2 big games this weekend with Regina and then Edmonton coming in. So it's exciting to be a part of a team that we're a younger team, but we've had a good record so far. So just got to keep building.
You yourself, you've had I think 4 goals so far to start the season. And I know you mentioned you're going to be humble and mention your line mates here, but what do you think has been the reason for your kind of this early success for you?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, my line mates have been awesome. The power play has been clicking. So, I think I've just, stuck to a routine every day, and been focused on the task at hand.
Wearing the letter A, I mean, you just got here and they slap an A on your jersey. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's the first time I've really worn an A. So, it's I gotta take pride in that. And being an older guy on the team and a draft pick, you help guys out, the younger guys that are going through the same stuff, and just trying to be a leader on the team.
All right. So you said Michigan State, that's the plan for next year. How long are you have the Sharks talked to you about how long they might stay there? Or are you just going to kind of take it year by year with your play at Michigan State?
Yeah, kind of just take year by year. The goal is probably two or three, before, the whole contract stuff comes up. But, I just, the thing with me is my body needs some time to develop and, continue to fill out and get stronger. So, I think once I reach that 200 mark, 205 mark, that's kind of when contract talks will come up if I keep progressing.
Those freshman 15 are going to do wonders for you, buddy.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh man, that's yes. And like Michigan State, they're known for their strength and conditioning and stuff like that. Was that kind of a big part too for you in kind of choosing your path? Not only,
Yeah,
of course, the hockey matters, but like just that strength and conditioning aspect.
yeah, definitely. I know that Will Morlock, their head strength conditioning guy, is unreal. He's super dialed in and a big part of their success there.
All right, before we finish up with Max, we talk, of course, socks and skates, game day prep, all that fun stuff. Just need to take a quick break. Let's be honest, most of us can't even name all of our financial accounts, let alone what we're worth. Between 401ks, savings, investments, it's easy to lose track, and that can mean leaving money on the table. That's why I started using Monarch. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. It's great to help organize your accounts. You can track your spending, get a better handle on your investments without ever having to touch a spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are for nerds. And you can also review everything with your partner, see shared goals, and make better financial decisions together. Monarch's visual dashboard makes it easy to understand where your money's going for. It's like your own personal Puckpedia, people. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONNHL at monarch.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarch.com, code LOCKEDONNHL for half off your first year. All right, let's switch to some dumb questions here. So, what does your game day prep look like? Are you a very superstitious guy, or are you kind of a take it easy guy, or somewhere you have your routines?
A little bit superstitious. I think once I get to the rink, I have the same stuff before the game, but during the day I'm pretty loose. We check in the mornings and have our team meeting, and I'll do a stretch, and if we pregame skate, I'll hop on the ice for a bit, but and then I'll come home, do a nap, call my dad, call my mom, and then yeah, normally after the nap I have chicken and rice every game day, and then I'll I'll be at the rink, and it's kind of same routine every day there.
Are you a big like headphones in type of person, or are you kind of whatever the DJ plays?
Yeah, I'm whatever the DJ plays. If we're on a away game, I'll throw my headphones on the bus, but as soon as I'm walking off, I'll take them off.
Gotcha. Are you ever the DJ, or like that seems like a lot of responsibility to be the DJ
Yeah,
personally, but
it's a lot of pressure. I'll leave that to some other guys.
that's very fair. I know. I
Yeah.
can totally understand. I would not want the pressure with that. So, coffee. You said you have the nap. Are you a big coffee person?
I do. I have a coffee. Normally I sit in the stands and have a coffee at around the same time every before every game. So, normally just black coffee. That's what I do. So an 8 ounce black coffee.
Oh yeah, you are. You're a little superstitious.
A little
A
bit, yeah, a
little
little bit.
bit. At least you're not like the McDavid. Like McDavid's got like the same pair of like socks he's worn since like he
Yeah,
was like
well, I
10
mean,
or something like that. Like
got
those
a
are yeah.
little, yeah, yeah.
But okay. Speaking of socks, socks in skates. There's some players who do not wear their socks with skates. Are you a monster who does not wear
I
socks with
think
skates?
that's crazy. Like, I
You've seen it, right?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it growing up. I don't know if anyone on my team does it this year, but I've had it in the past, and I'd like that's crazy to me. But no, I'm definitely socks. Yeah, no, that's insane to me.
that person that they're like the socks and skate, like who people don't like that person could ever be your emergency contact or anything like
Oh,
that. Like you
never.
do not trust that person, right?
No, it's crazy.
All right. Couple more here. So when you are not playing, of course, and not kind of training, what is your favorite thing to do off the ice?
I love golfing. I'm a big golfer, and then I also love being at the cabin and wake surfing behind the boat. Those are my two things in the summer that, if I'm not in the gym or on the ice, that's what I'm doing.
Nice thing about San Jose is you can golf pretty much year round there.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. I went with a few guys when we were down there for main camp, so it was cool to see a course there.
Did you don't play with Cardwell, Ethan Cardwell?
Yeah,
He's like if he wasn't playing hockey, like he would 100% be a professional golfer. Like he's that
yeah.
good.
Furlong told me he's a really good player.
Yeah, don't play. Yeah, don't let Ethan Cardwell hustle you on
So
so
I won't.
um who'd you end up playing with? Like
I
say
was with Furlong,
mhm.
um, Bowers, and Vincent.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anthony Vince is a good guy too.
yeah, yeah,
That
really
guy
good guy. We were golf partners together, so got to know.
uh absolute maniac on the ice, but like the nicest dude off the ice.
Yeah, nicest guy ever.
But yeah, absolute maniac on the ice
Yeah,
in
yeah,
like the most loving way. Like I love watching Anthony Vincent play because he's
yeah,
just like that type of guy who like does not like he will whatever the team needs type of player. But yeah, absolute maniac on the ice, but super nice dude. So
yeah, 100%.
okay, let's get you out of here on this. What was the last TV show you watched?
Last TV show I watched. Um, I'm still watching a lot of The Office. Honestly, I've been grinding that and just watching it over and over again. So, no, it's been a pretty good show.
Yeah, the last couple after Steve Carell leaves, but
Yeah,
it's a little hit or miss there. But yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, I remember when that show came out on TV, and I still quote it. It's been like 20 years later, and that yes, that show
yeah,
is
and I
forever.
just finished that the new NHL documentary too.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
this guy was on it too.
yeah, yeah. So I've been seeing that. I've been watching that, but just finished that.
Oh, good. Yeah, that was very well done. Even they were desperate and had to pull my voice for like 10 seconds of it. But yes, very well. It was very good though. So, Max, I've taken up way too much of your time here. Really appreciate you, what and coming on and talking. Looking forward to seeing Prince Albert, man. Like, yeah, that this team looks like it could go really far this year. So,
Yeah, that's the plan. Thank you for having me.
all right, appreciate it, buddy.
Awesome. See ya.
All right, I want to thank Max Heise for taking a couple minutes out of his time to talk with me. Thank you to, of course, the Prince Albert Raiders for making this all possible. Super excited to see what Heisey can do. I think he's got a really clear path to being a nice complementary piece for the San Jose Sharks organization. Like we talked about, I think spending some time at Michigan State where he's gonna be able to help kind of fill out that frame a little bit. Right, we joked about the freshman 15. I think it's going to really help him kind of round out his game. You can see the details are already there in his game, and I think he's well on his way to being a professional hockey player here sooner rather than later. Just kind of depends on how that weight room's time goes at Michigan State. But Heisey, it's easy to see why the Sharks drafted him. He simple, no nonsense type of game. And I think it's a very effective game. He's very good at what he does and the style of play that he has. I think he's going to fit in very well with the Sharks organization. So again, thanks to Max and thanks to the Raiders for making this possible. We'll be back tomorrow. Of course, we'll have the Sharks host the Islanders. So we'll have a full preview, on YouTube for that. And of course, reaction to the game as well. So make sure you're following along wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well. Follow the show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok at Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at My Fry Hole. Until tomorrow, bye, friends.